Howdy, lab partners. Welcome to this rather wacky episode in the middle of spooky season
It's perfect.
Of our hobby stream. We wanted to do something a little bit weird today.
This is the Mandrills' fault, actually. This is not
I
our
literally
fault.
have no idea where this idea came from. But the idea was to take some of Megan's 40 zombies from her Soulblight Gravelord's army and turn a few of them into characters. My guess is this is something we'll probably do more than once.
Yeah.
But this first iteration, we gave 4 fast food icons.
Yes.
And
Let the Mandrills, if you're a Mandrill, you know about this.
yeah, we
let
let
you
the-
guys vote.
we let
this
the-
is what happens when you let Mandrills vote.
Yeah.
And come up with ideas.
the Lab Mandrills. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm looking at you because they're ridiculous.
Yeah. We let the Lab Mandrills vote, and they voted on Ronald McDonald, which is what Megan will be painting, a zombie Ronald McDonald, and I'll be painting a zombie Colonel Sanders. Now, I think what's interesting about what we're doing today is that these are finished models.
Yeah.
And
I finished them a while ago.
A while
I thought
ago.
I would never have to pull them out again and do anything with them ever again.
so
Boy, was I wrong.
So we were forced to do some green stuffing. We will have a little bit of we'll have a short coming out that kind of shows
Yes.
how we got to where these guys are today. But we were both forced to do some green stuffing.
Forced.
Yeah, let's take a look at yours. Let's get a close-up
Sure,
zoom here on
go
yours,
ahead.
Megan, see how it looks here. Okay, show us where we're at with this guy.
So, let's get it in
There we
focus.
go.
All right, this is my Ronald McDonald man.
Yeah.
I had a second zombie that I also used to contribute to this guy. This originally had a head with a helmet on, but I liked how he had like a hand that could hold a Happy Meal because I made a Happy Meal box out of green stuff. If you guys were hobby hanging last night, you would have seen me working on that. It was kind of goofy. Or yesterday during lunch. This head had no hair, which is perfect because I wanted to make sure we could sculpt a Ronald McDonald fro on top. So I took this finished zombie and added a little fro and made a little McDonald's lunch pail Happy Meal for those of you who are familiar with Happy Meals. And I'm going to paint these. I'm going to paint these, but I'm also going to like repaint his outfit to match Ronald McDonald. Because Ronald McDonald looks crazy. Yellow, stripes, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
It's going to be fun painting yellow over everything.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, what I've done here is I have this Colonel Sanders. What did I do with the... There we go. Goes this way. Okay. I have Colonel Sanders, and I'll show you guys what I've done with him. I had a little bit more green stuffing to do than Megan did, I think.
Yours came out really good.
Thanks, Meg.
Yeah.
I try. I had a little bit more green stuffing to do than Meg did. I think largely because we had to add different fanciful elements of Colonel Sanders. So for
fanciful.
example, let me grab a little pointer here. Where is my pointer?
Where's your stick with blue dot?
I actually do use stick with blue dot, but now the blue dot's gone as my pointer.
Oh yeah, I ruined it.
And here it is. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I added to my Colonel Sanders. He has this was green stuff, and then I brush primered it. Okay, so I've added a pair of glasses to his head, as you can see there. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I can't tell if it's in focus or just I don't have glasses on. Okay. Okay, there we go.
It's getting there. Let's get your hand out of it. There you go. It's perfect.
Okay, so
Perfect. Look
you
at
can
his
see
little
he has
face.
some spectacles I'm going to have to paint. I gave him a mustache, a Colonel Sanders mustache. Colonel Sanders, actually, if you think he wears a bow tie, that's not quite right. It's sort of a bizarre bow tie, ascot, bola tie
Yeah. What's an
combo.
ascot?
It's almost like a scarf that he ties in a bow.
Yeah.
So I gave him that.
We should get you one of those.
And then I gave him a chicken leg.
So cute.
A chicken leg there, you can see.
A rare zombie eating actual food in both of these cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has sort of this bizarre scarf thing. I did a lot of exaggeration on some of these. So the mustache is fairly exaggerated. And that's just because I think it won't read if it's too small. And also the bow tie thing he wears is kind of exaggerated too. What I'm going to be doing is giving him white pants to match the pants that the real Colonel Sanders wore. His name was Harlan Sanders. And I'm going to kind of bring out the white a little bit more on his beard and his, paint his mustache. And then his spectacles, I'm really going to kind of give like a almost like a comic book vibe.
Okay.
I'm going to paint them completely white.
Oh.
And then try to do 2 little black streaks.
Oh, that'll be cute.
Diagonal streaks on
Okay,
each. Because
okay.
I kind of looked around to see how I would otherwise do this. And I think that that's going to be the move.
Good thing we have this 00 brush.
It is a good thing that we have the 00 brush. Yeah, so that's what we're up to today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget to support us. If you guys have a question or have something silly you want us to say, or I don't know, whatever you want, really. Super chat us. We appreciate it, and it keeps us going in every way, shape, and form of that word.
Yeah.
Gives us the strength.
Yeah. Okay, Meg. I'm just
right.
gonna make sure I've got a good view of you painting because we're gonna follow along with what you're up to a lot today.
Okay, I'm literally worried that I won't finish this today. If you can believe that.
I know.
I always get so paranoid that I'm not gonna finish, so I'm gonna get going. I have
good idea.
Yeah, I'm working on the base coat for the hair, so we can cover that. I guess that's interesting. There you go.
Yep. Just go ahead and paint where you're painting. I'll move the
thanks,
hammer
yeah.
accordingly.
Thanks.
You don't have to do any kind of.
I don't have to have like weird sound effects because you'll take care of it.
Weird sound effects.
When I went
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll just zoom in there.
He's got
on Meg.
red hair. I was like thinking I would want to paint his face white, but then I was realizing no, like he's a zombie now. His face doesn't have to be white. It can be like, it can have like caked on makeup, like that's sort of fallen off. So he'll have little bits of white on his face, but the hair's the easy part. It's just a big red poof. Guys, don't forget to vote in our poll. It's very important, just like all of our polls. We want to know which out of the 4 that you see of these fast food chains is the least gross. So it doesn't even have to be your favorite because this list, the poll option list is not long enough. They only give you 4 choices. So we had to pick some that are both in the U.S. and outside of the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since some of you guys are night owls and stay up with us.
Yeah, and of course that's easy to do because all of these companies have done that. And I should preface this by saying that I actually, not a little known
don't
fact
sway
about
the vote.
me, I actually hate fast food.
Oh boy.
On multiple levels. Both its
really
its treatment of food, its treatment of
fair.
resources, its treatment of people, everything. Pretty much everything about fast food, in my opinion, is horrible.
Oof.
So this will be a fun episode. I'll be
so miserable.
I'll be in full cranky old man Zach mode. No, I'm just kidding. I'll try not to do that, but I do hate fast food.
Oh man. I, on the other hand, grew up on fast food. Like, I liked fast food better than my, sorry, Dad, if you're watching, better than my parents' cooking growing up. Yeah, because they overcooked everything. They liked everything well done.
Yeah.
And, that was kind of rough.
Fast food
wasn't well done.
Was preferable.
Yeah. It was chewable, right?
That's
all right. Yeah.
Sad.
Sorry, Dad. It is sad. I feel bad saying that, but later on, my dad learned to cook, and he's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I never really had a lot of fast food growing up because
your family could actually cook.
And we just lived in a rural area where there wasn't like a lot at first. as I got older, it moved into the area more though.
You guys, look at this tiny Happy Meal box. It is so stinking cute. I love it so much. It's so teeny. So I've got to paint this. Oh, what color are they? Are they red? I think they're red with a yellow smile. So I'm going to base coat that too. Classic Happy Meal. Has anybody ever gotten a meal in a classic Happy Meal box? Like this red box with a yellow handle? I just figured. I figured it was a myth.
Yeah. So we were chatting about this. I actually feel like I have.
Oh.
But it might just be a fake memory.
Maybe.
Implanted by McDonald's.
Oh. Can they do that?
Yeah. I mean, my guess is yeah.
This is hard. This is really hard actually because that's what she said. This is hard to hold. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. Oh boy.
I'm almost done with my guy.
Oh no, you can't. No, stop. I just started. I just got here.
He's going kind of fast though. Yeah. I actually have this Abtalong light gray color. I'll zoom in on me here in a second.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch you paint the Colonel.
I have this Abtalong light gray color. I'll kind of show you guys what I'm doing. Actually, I do think there's one interesting thing. Today's episode is kind of goofy, but I do think we're doing one informative, informational thing today, which is that we're just painting over fully painted models.
This is true. It's not a normal thing.
Yeah, and a lot of it's funny because you really don't need to like repaint or reprime as much as you would think, right? I'll set myself up here in a second, but basically, we didn't reprime any of the fully painted part of these guys, right? All we did really was prime, of course, the green stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be like right here.
I'm gonna let this little Happy Meal dry before I paint it again.
We have some mail today, mail time. That's exciting. There's actually a lot going on.
Mail time. We have a not a quiz, but like a
it's kind of like a game. It's kind of like a quiz. Yeah.
It's more of a game, but yeah, it's like a quiz game, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Never mind.
All right. Meg just want you guys to know that it's kind of not like a quiz.
Well,
it's a quiz game.
It is it has an actual name when you play it. All right, we'll get to it. And then we have critique later at the end.
Yeah, we do.
And then we have this poll, right?
Yeah.
What else? Is that it? I think those are all of that's what we're going to cover today.
Yeah.
And then like Zach said, yes, to answer your question, Brett, I did make this Happy Meal out of green stuff. And there will be a little short coming out to kind of cover what that was like. Like, how did I get this zombie to look like Ronald McDonald? Okay. Tomorrow. That'll be here tomorrow. Oh, he also has...
Oh, I'm not sure if it'll be here tomorrow, but in the next
Well,
in the
sorry,
next
I
couple
shouldn't
days,
have said that. Yeah. I assumed. Ooh, nice. Lucky for me, I already painted this guy's boot red.
Oh, that's convenient.
So I can just like highlight it up a tiny bit.
These two are going to stick out a lot because
nobody else is going to have clown hair and a Colonel Sanders beard.
Well, yeah, I mean just the colors really alone. But this is actually like this Abtalong light gray color, which is on the zombie is pretty much reading as white. I don't know how you guys see it, but which is great actually. The coverage is very good. So this is okay. Well, I will say this. I think Abtalong paints, the artist acrylics, which I'm a big fan of, they're really good for this. Their opacity is very high. And what makes them I think good for this is that I'm kind of stumbling here. It's because their opacity is very high, and you really absolutely can just go like with a light color over top of brown. Like, look at that. That's like, I'm actually gonna get a little water in here. It's like it's almost too much coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So getting in here, and then I'm gonna go over this with some white, and that's mostly gonna be Colonel Sanders.
You're done.
Well, no.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
I like that Colonel Sanders' brain is exposed.
I like that too. I was wondering if there's something you could do with that. And then I was looking at this guy, or no, it was the guy whose head I cut off, and I was debating using him because I thought it would be funny to put a hamburger in his stomach. But then I was like, he would have chewed it up. It wouldn't look like that. We're going for realism here.
Thank you, Zesticle.
Yeah, thanks, Sess.
He says, this is to you, Meg. It says, buy your dad some glue for a shattered heart. Hearing fast food is better than his cooking.
Okay, this was a long time ago, Zess. I don't, like I said, I don't feel like that anymore. He's actually turned into a decent cook. Better than me. I don't cook. Although, I am going to make dinner tonight, Zach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make something. You're going to see. It's going to
Okay.
be fine.
That'll be interesting.
It's going to be fine. Yeah. We're not going out for margaritas today, so I'm going to try to make a nice substitute for the dinner that comes along with our margaritas. Not just margaritas. That'd be crazy.
I mean, I can make. We have the stuff to make.
I'll do
margaritas.
it. I can do it. You don't want me to do it?
Sure. No. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
Steamed hams. Yeah.
I would never. Steamed hams.
It's from The Simpsons.
What?
No.
Which episode? I don't remember the
It's
joke.
like the 20.
What's the joke?
The 22 or 23. I forget how many short stories of Springfield, and the one is like Superintendent Chalmers is at.
Oh. Okay.
Seymour's house for dinner, and
Yes.
he like
It's
ruins
the
what he's
steamed
cooking,
hams.
and so he has to sneak out the Krusty Burger. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Zesticle. I love my dad. He's very supportive and he's a good guy. You guys might see him in chat once in a while. He does watch. And I'm trying to get him to post he likes to paint car models. I'm trying to get him to post more in in our Discord. And he won't do it. He's like, you guys paint models, not model cars. I was like, Dad, people post pictures of the dinner they make. I'm gonna do a little bit of whiteface on
Yeah, I mean,
on what's his name next.
he's a clown.
So
He's
you
got
know,
that-
in case we want to.
Oh, I
catch it.
see. Yeah, of course.
But
Okay, well, here's where
up to you.
Colonel Sanders is for now. He's cruising along. I got his little. Yeah, I do want to get him, Meg. Let me show Colonel
No, you're
Sanders
good.
off here. I did forget to grab a brown or some colors for his chicken leg.
his little chicken leg.
Yeah. So Colonel Sanders cruising along here.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad. I know my dad has not hit the model train quite yet.
Do you think he will?
I don't think so. He likes cars. He's a car guy. I've thought about buying him like a miniature to paint, but I don't think he would appreciate it. Honestly, I don't think he'd like it. I
see.
think it'd be stressful for him. Okay, so this guy's face. Let's do some white face. I'm gonna start with like a cream color.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good project to get rid of paints we don't like. Like I don't know how we feel about this brand.
Oh, Reaper. Yeah.
It's fine, but I don't think we're passionate about it. So
No.
I'm like, good, I'll use it on a zombie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to.
Now, the only question would just, that's the only thing if we could just, but I'll try to move the camera to
No,
the
it's fine.
rotation.
I'm basically just gonna kind of like poke him with some paint, so it looks chippy. Hopefully, like I don't need it to cover completely because he's a zombie. Yeah, I want to do something fun with the zombies when I think about it. I painted, well, I didn't paint them to look like any of the mods, but I did write some of the mods' names on the backs of the zombies that have little, I don't know, flyers. They have like little flyers stapled to their bodies, and so I wrote the names of some of our mods.
I see.
So I would like to do that more with these because they're just zombies, like I'm not competitive. I'm not competitive, and
What is that?
I don't know. I don't mind if these don't match my army.
Oh, I mean,
Like-
they're gonna match. They're mostly gonna match your army. They're just gonna be kind of
Mostly.
silly. A couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's already like looking so much better.
Yeah.
I don't think I need
it
to
looks-
go any brighter.
It looks
honestly.
really demented.
We'll see. Yeah, he looks crazed. I think competitive is the wrong word because I do want to like place. You know, when I
You're talking about best painted.
do best painted.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
don't-
thinking like
I think it. If anything.
I'm not gonna. What I mean by that, let me clarify. Actually,
Okay.
I'm not competitive, so I'm not gonna be doing a ton of tournaments or whatever. So it's not that important to me that these match anything. I'll bring some of the paint down onto his chest too. Like he got really into it at first and painted his whole stinking body white.
Yeah, I like thinking that that these guys just got reincarnated into zombies with everybody else.
I love it. No, I like to think of it as like they were dressed because it's Halloween month. I like to think of it as they were dressed up for Halloween as these guys and then turned
Oh, I see.
in the Shyish for some reason.
Well,
Or
yeah,
like
a lot
around,
Of,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people
around
live
there.
in the Shyish.
Yeah,
A lot of
so.
normal humans.
But I mean, they don't celebrate Halloween in the Shyish, do they?
Yeah.
I mean,
They
Halloween's...
probably also don't have these fast food
McDonald's,
chains.
yeah. But yeah, so I like that, and like I would love to do more polls on what to do with these zombies, like more ideas for sprucing them up.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do something like this for a while with them.
Now, Meg, I was thinking one of the things that's kind of funny about fast food and us is you don't eat McDonald's.
No, I don't.
And you have kind of a funny reason for it.
Yeah, I guess we can call it funny. I call it irritating myself.
Yeah.
Probably to everyone around me who
Because-
wants to go to McDonald's.
Which is usually me and never irritating because I really never care about going to McDonald's.
It's true. You don't.
So it's never really been an issue so far, right? Not really. I can't think of any time it's been an issue.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain why you don't go to McDonald's?
Yeah, I guess I should. It's not as noble as you guys may think.
Yeah, there's not some like political pink slime reason or
No.
something.
Pink slime, like I don't even mind the pink slime thing cuz like I don't trust this to be food anyway at this point. So, if it tastes good, whatever. It's not going to it doesn't kill me unless they I don't know. When I was a kid and I found that out, I was like, it's gross, but I'm still going to eat it. Yeah. So, Zach was there. Zach was there the day that I decided I was
The
never.
day you broke.
Yeah, where were you the day Megan
so
decided never to have McDonald's?
Can I give a little
again?
context that I think you typically leave out of this story?
Sure.
One thing that's very important to understand, if you don't know this, McDonald's is a franchise, meaning that basically for people who just like the idea of business, but they're not creative or exciting at all, business people, this is pretty much every business person I've ever met. Typically, some of them will try to start their own business with an idea that they have, like whatever. We see them on Instagram all the time. But some people are just like, you know what? I don't even have an idea. I just want to tell people what to do. And ruin people's...
Or I want to support my family,
Yeah.
and this is what I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the skills to take on.
Right. Sure.
Boy,
So
oh boy.
I'm going to open up a McDonald's. Okay.
Yeah.
And what tends to happen is that they're clustered in particular areas. And you oftentimes owned by one or two people. For example, there are about 18 McDonald's in Nevada, Arizona, and California that were all owned by this one franchise owner and are currently in litigation for over $200 million worth of sexual harassment lawsuits, all owned by the same franchise owner. But to McDonald's credit, that doesn't necessarily mean that was McDonald's thing.
Whoever.
Yeah, so
ran that franchise.
why this part of the story matters is because there are like kind of across the U.S. there are places where you go to McDonald's and it's actually kind of nice. Like where we met in Michigan.
In Michigan, I was like, this is a fancy McDonald's.
They were like really nice and
in
clean.
Here. It's like a cafe.
They were quiet. There's like the McCafe. They were all new, and they were like
makeup on his legs.
It was pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
To get your stuff and get it correct.
This guy's into it.
In eastern Los Angeles County, where Megan grew up, such was not the case, right? So just a little bit of backstory I wanted to
sure, that's fair.
To give to people.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my experience with McDonald's growing up was that there was usually something wrong with your order. Like when you left the drive-thru, because I hate going inside. If there's a drive-thru, I will choose it.
Yeah.
I'm so lazy. There, it's not like I would go back. I don't want to go through the drive-thru again. So you just have to suck it up and deal with whatever they do to your food, right?
Or you have to park and then do what you're trying to avoid doing.
Not going to do.
Trying to avoid doing in the first place, which is go into the store. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Right. So it had happened over and over and over. So I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of white highlights in a couple of spots, just like do some speckling. So anyway, I had become accustomed to that. And as I got older, I was just like, I'm not into this. I'm really tired of my order always getting messed up. Zach and I were out with my dad. We were going to, I don't know, some rural area, and we were at a McDonald's out there. Some McDonald's we didn't usually go to.
No.
And
that's not correct.
We would go every so often, right?
We were going out to
Phelan.
To Phelan.
Yeah.
To
Phelan,
the desert
California,
to drive your dad's dune buggy around the desert.
Right.
And
but we didn't do that too often.
We stopped at a McDonald's deeper into Covina, closer to where we were.
That's not where this happened.
But no, we picked it up. That was the problem.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Let me tell the story,
okay.
Dear.
Okay.
All right.
This was years ago.
It was in 2009, February. I'll never forget.
Oh, that's right.
We were out in San Bernardino, and it was like this McDonald's off the exit. And so I ordered the big breakfast because I love the big breakfast. It comes with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most importantly, it comes with hot cakes.
Mm-hmm.
We can.
No, I'm just trying to see where you're painting because it looks like every time I look up,
I'm painting somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this, am I?
You just have to keep painting the same spot.
Okay. There we go.
You want to put a little mark on the table?
I should.
So you know, yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. So anyway, I ordered my big breakfast, and it comes with hot cakes, which is the important thing, which is like, pancakes. So you need a fork to eat them with, and you need syrup to put on top of it, or something, right? Or jam, whatever.
Yeah, they typically give you both. There's also like a biscuit involved for the jam,
there's a biscuit,
right?
Not a cookie. For you
it's
UKers.
like a breakfast.
Like a piece of bread, like an English muffin.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, like their version of an English muffin, we'll say. And, okay, I think that's good for the white. And, so we left the drive-thru, and there was no napkins. There was no knife and fork. There was no jam.
Nothing.
No jam or syrup.
There was nothing except for the actual food items we ordered.
Yeah.
For any of us.
And I said, you know what? This is it. I'm not eating McDonald's anymore. Yeah. I can't deal with this. They always mess something up.
Yeah, they do.
No matter where I go,
in Southern California.
Which isn't necessarily, not everywhere I go, but at that point I was fed up. And I was like, never again. I have not had McDonald's, not even a soda from McDonald's. Yeah. Since then, I worked at a school in 2012, 2011, and once in a while we would get the kids meals, like takeout meals for lunch, and we did McDonald's, and I was like, I'm not eating this today. I'm gonna have to bring my own lunch. Like, I wouldn't eat the free food they gave me.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm just like so mad. I do miss Shamrock Shakes. Those were my favorite from McDonald's during like St. Patrick's Day.
You know what? I had one like
they're not good. But I love them.
When I've had McDonald's a few times.
Okay.
Since Meg has boycotted it, usually when I'm by myself.
Yeah. He could get it.
And at some point I had a Shamrock Shake,
because
I remember liking them as a kid, and it was so awful. It wasn't even. It was so bad. It wasn't good at all.
It probably needs chocolate chips. That would help. But yeah, I know they're not the best, but I like them. I really liked them. I miss that, and I miss the French fries, of course.
McDonald's does have good French fries, and I also very much enjoy McDonald's chicken nuggets. That's pretty much the only thing I order when I go.
Yeah.
And I have a question for everybody in the U.S. anyway, and I actually ended up kind of finding the answer out to this. But have you guys noticed that when you go to McDonald's, they really are like, and you're like chicken nuggets, they're like barbecue sauce, and you're like, no, I'm not.
I used to get honey.
Yeah,
Always
honey's
got
good.
honey.
Barbecue sauce, I'm like, no, dude, this isn't 1986. I'm not a 4-year-old kid in Ohio.
Jeez.
Like, I don't want barbecue sauce with my chicken
Why not?
nuggets.
Oh, that seems normal.
No,
think so?
you got to get the hot mustard. Is very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or anything else. The barbecue sauce is weird.
Right.
The honey mustard's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna start painting his yellow clothing.
Okay, we'll hop in. Here.
Actually, let's. Oh yeah, it's already pointing at me. Okay.
Yeah, is that okay?
Then I'll do it. I'll do it.
We're gonna use this view.
I'm just gonna kind of. So he's got this like overall thing going on. So I'm gonna kind of fake what that looks like, and I'm mostly just gonna glaze over the top because I don't care if this looks dirty. Like that's what's sort of nice about this project. The yellow that I'm working with does not have to be perfect. I can just sort of glaze over the brown, and if it's dirty, that'll work out for us actually.
Kind of interestingly, though, I found out that the reason they do barbecue sauce, it's in the training video when they first learn, and they're allowed to say whatever they want. It's just that most of them don't care about the job enough to say anything other than barbecue sauce. And what I found out is that and this is actually smart, they are discouraged from saying what kind of sauce would you like. And the reason is because other places do that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, if somebody ever asks you, what kind of sauce would you like? You do one of two things or a combination of both. You either go,
What do you have? List them all
or
out for
you
me.
ask them to list them all out.
Yeah.
And McDonald's basically wants to see how many times they encourage their employees to avoid that to keep the line moving, basically.
That makes sense, yeah.
So you really do kind of need to know what you what you're wanting before you go in there. I'd recommend hot mustard. It's not actually temperature hot mustard, and it's not actually spicy.
Of course it's not temperature hot mustard.
Yeah, well, I've told people this a couple times, literally in the past couple years, and 2 different people were like,
What?
"Oh, interesting." And then the conversation went on a little bit longer, and it made me realize that they thought I was saying that they would heat up normal mustard.
Oh, that's so funny.
Which is not a thing.
I never would have thought that.
Okay, listen. I think that we should talk more about fast food, and do our fast food quiz
/ game.
/game. But Meg, I want you to say when you're ready for it, because we'll have to take a
count of 3.
We'll have to take a little bit of break from getting any good painting footage.
Sure.
Okay, is now a good time?
I think so.
We got you doing some yellow?
I've got like a base. Let me see. I can do the top of his overalls up here.
Okay.
One more time.
Let's talk about what we're going to do today. So what I thought would be fun today, folks at home, was to do some research. I spent some time researching the 4 major fast food companies. Now, if you're looking at this and you're saying, well, what about Taco Bell? Taco Bell, along with KFC, is a subsidiary of Yum Brand Foods, which also owns Pizza Hut, Pepsi.
Right. That's why there's Pepsi at all those places.
Yep. And also it owns Frito-Lay, which makes Doritos. That's why there's a Doritos Locos Taco. Okay, that's Yum Brand. Giant conglomerate of food ruining.
I know.
Global food. Ruining food globally for a while now.
For billions.
Yeah, so I thought we would talk about these 4 companies.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up some facts for Meg. And the facts are going to be, there's going to be 2 facts. Meg has to pick which one's true and which one's false.
Oh, there's 2 facts.
There's only 2.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I assumed it was going to be 2 truths and a lie, but it's just one truth and a lie.
It's 1 truth and 1 lie.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, and we're going to start off.
Even easier.
We're going to start off here today with, actually, I don't think I do.
Burger King.
No, actually, I don't want to start off with Burger King.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with Wendy's.
Aw.
Okay. So, fast food, a true icon of civilization's collapse. I've named this quiz.
Aw.
And here we go. Okay, Wendy's burgers are square because this helps them stay fresh longer without being frozen because squares can't freeze. Is that true, or is the following fact true? Wendy's is the only major fast food company that hasn't joined the Fair Food Program, which promotes health and safety
boy.
along with fair wages to workers along the supply line of the food industry. Which one of these do you think is just true, Meg?
Well, I know that traditionally squares in general don't freeze. Like
Yeah.
it's
Right.
It's something about the corners that affects like
Freezing.
the molecular level of whatever.
It's hard for
it
the
is.
temperature to stabilize in the
Can't.
corners.
It doesn't
Yeah.
know what to do. Yeah.
Right. It
So
can only
I'm
go-
I'm
it can only-
leaning. I'm leaning.
It can only go so low.
I'm leaning
yeah.
A.
You're leaning A.
I'm leaning A.
Okay. Which is
I'm pretty sure they.
which is not true.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I was
Yeah.
reading in my research. You guys will probably at home be surprised to learn that I found out a lot of horrible things about all these fast food
That's
companies.
not surprising.
And that's Wendy's
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about
Yeah.
that. It's very sad. The Wendy's is probably my favorite actual
Yeah.
fast
Yeah,
food
it's probably the least
of
worst.
the fast food burger places.
Right.
Like, I'd rather go to a medium speed food
Which is
place.
kind of Wendy's, right? Wendy's
No,
is.
Wendy's is like drive-through.
Oh, you're
and,
saying medium, like a. Chipotle?
around here. I'm talking about burgers. We're talking burgers.
Like Burger Barn.
I'm saying, yeah, if I'm gonna go out and get a fast food burger, Wendy's is my choice. But I should probably stick to medium speed
Medium speed food, yeah. Food
burgers. Like
the
smash
food
burger
is cooked really
good.
fast. Oh, smash burger is good.
Yeah,
we
I
love
would call that medium
Or
speed.
in the Bay Area, we have this one. If you're in the Bay Area, call it South Bay. So I know that is like a long
called
shot.
South Bay.
No, we live in the South Bay.
Oh.
I know it's a long shot, but it is like
Burger Barn?
several million people. No, Super Duper. Right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
really,
Super
really
Duper's
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay.
Now our next one is about, as you saw, Burger King.
Burger King.
Okay, and here's the question for Burger King. Okay, the Burger King mascot was designed to look like lead marketing VP Vince Cortese's brother-in-law, Bobby Cortese. And then I just have a quick note here that Bobby didn't take Vince's sister's last name, Maria, when they married. It's just that Maria and Bobby happen to have the same last name. Okay, is that true? Or B, a federal judge in Florida recently rejected Burger King's attempt to dismiss a class action lawsuit
no.
alleging that their advertising misled consumers into believing their iconic Whopper hamburger sandwich was 35% larger than actuality.
Oh, that can't be true. I would trust Burger King's marketing
Yeah.
over
You trust
over anything.
You trust Vince Cortese?
Yeah. I mean, the king wouldn't let that happen.
Bobby Cortese?
No.
If that's true.
The Burger King king.
If that's the truth.
Haven't
Well,
you
yeah,
seen him
based
on
off
TV?
of Bobby Cortese.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, Bobby Cart. Thanks.
But it turns out
bummer.
that it
wrong
is
again.
correct. Yeah, they're currently in a lawsuit.
Oh, no.
And it was wild reading about this because they're talking about how fast food is famous for looking in the commercials way better than it looks when you get
Oh,
it.
obviously. Yeah, because they don't use real food.
Right.
It's they
yes,
usually
yes
it's
and no.
food but with like glue in it.
They have, like, weird
or
tricks
some
and
stuff
stuff.
that
Yeah,
you
right.
can't eat and it
Right.
makes it look nicer. And so
We knew a food photographer. Remember?
we did, yeah.
Lawrence?
She kind of talked about this,
Yeah.
but she took pictures of actual like
She
decent
yeah.
food, yeah.
But basically, apparently, Taco Bell, by the way, is in a similar lawsuit right now,
Oh.
which is that the thing apparently, and of course, in the United States, when it comes to food, what matters is quantity. So,
Of course,
where
yeah.
you get in trouble,
Quality is not the
where you
issue.
get in trouble with like actual
That's why
law.
we all ate that pink meat.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Where you get in trouble with actual law is if you say your product has this much meat or this much of this, and then it
yes.
doesn't.
And so that's actually a problem with like candy bags, right? They have
Right.
anything with weight, like you have to put a weight, probably like you want to go low
Yeah,
on the box so that the customer gets a little bit more just to keep yourself
yeah.
safe. Yeah,
Kinda funny.
that's not
Now,
surprising.
speaking of things being in things,
Things in
and,
things.
and being labeled accurately, we're going to move on to KFC now. Okay, and KFC has sort of an interesting one here. KFC originally stood for Kentucky Fart Chicken because fart chicken isn't a thing, and because the product employed frying as its primary method of cooking. However, the name was changed.
Okay.
Or in 2017, multiple KFC locations in the UK were found to have significant levels of human feces in their food products. Which one do you think is true, Meg? We have a lot of UK listeners.
Well, I mean,
so some serious implications here.
I mean, the UK is like cleaner than the US, right? Like they're better at things in general, right? They made us, so they should know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I think it used to be called Kentucky Fart Chicken. Doesn't it make you kind of gassy anyway? Like that sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right. But
sounds like
wait,
right.
We're gonna get spoiler.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hopefully no one saw that.
This guy doesn't understand anything.
Here we go. It is true, actually, that in 2017, multiple KFC locations in the UK were found to have significant levels of human feces in their food.
That's disgusting, guys. What are you doing over there?
Yeah. What's interesting about this...
How do you get... I understand rat or roach or something like that, but human feces?
Yeah.
Multiple locations. Was there like a KFC poop bandit or something running around and like pooping in...
I really wanted to
pooping in the fryer?
Without like completely doxing some of our UK mods and listeners, I really want to like...
Where are the locations?
Check and like jokingly like point out some locations. Now, what was very interesting about that though is they tested all of these places have locations in the UK.
Yeah.
And they tested all of them, and none of them returned any feces except for KFC, which returned significant feces.
That is horrible. Don't go to KFC if you're in the UK. You're going to eat poop food.
Yeah, you are probably eating poop.
Yeah.
I don't know that we can say don't go to KFC.
Can we not
Yum
say
brand,
that?
maybe Yum.
No
one's ever going to know because we're pretty small.
It's fine.
We would suggest, without getting tied up in litigation against Yum brand.
It just sounds like not a good idea to eat at a place known for poop
or
in their food.
In the US we would say you would want to make sure you have all the information, and then you can make the decision.
If you want to eat poop,
you
food,
have
go
the freedom
do it.
to decide how much poop you want to eat.
There's lots of animals that eat poop. They're all right.
Dogs eat poop all the time. People love dogs.
There's like animals that live on poop, like roaches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food,
go for it, guys.
Food,
go for it.
so to speak, for thought.
Yeah.
If you will. Okay.
Right.
Finally, the big guy
big M.
on campus here.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason McFlurry machines are always broken is because McFlurries are not real. McShakes are real. They have McShakes, but not McFlurries.
Okay.
Or B. In 1965, to capture Catholic diners on Fridays, McDonald's introduced the Filet-O-Fish sandwich only after beating out the Hulu... I think I should say Hula.
Hula burger.
Not Hulu. Oh my God. Sign of the times. Typo from me. Burger, which was a slice of canned pineapple on a bun. As you guys can see, McDonald's got off easy compared to the other three.
Yeah, well,
after my research.
Right. Well, Catholics aren't known for liking pineapple specifically, so I'm gonna go with the top one because, I mean, have you ever seen a McFlurry?
Yeah, no, McFlurries are not real.
Oh,
but it is B. Yeah. And
again,
and this is a really fascinating story. Actually, I had to read about this. Believe it or not, for all that I like to do to rip on people who go into business, I actually started undergrad my first year right out of high school as a business major.
He was in business,
and we had to read about this story, and it was kind of crazy. I'd encourage you guys to look it up because it is just a classic tale of one person thinking, just using kind of their leverage and just who they were to just make a call, despite a lot of research and, quite frankly, common sense.
Right?
Saying the other thing.
We've talked about pineapple a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it comes up a lot. And now there's nobody to argue with us. Like, chat can't actually voice their opinions right now, which is nice. So I'm going to, repeat that pineapple is terrible on things like this. Like, things with meat or like things that like are supposed to make you feel like, I don't know, satiated. It messes with your taste buds. It makes things taste bad.
Okay, so
it's also not filling.
She is correct about that.
Who wants to eat
Yeah, it's
A
not.
pineapple slice
You
for
are
lunch.
you are correct about that. However, Meg, typically if you use a canned pineapple,
That'll help,
it's a
yeah.
chemical called bromine that
Yeah, yeah.
tenderizes your tongue. It's also what they use to make like steak tenderizer,
Yeah.
and it ruins your taste buds. So if for a lot of people, it doesn't actually do this for everybody, but so if some of you,
Well,
if you eat like fresh
I'm the
pineapple,
main character.
if you cut a pineapple up or get like fresh pineapple from a grocery store and eat it and then eat other things after that other stuff, well, this happens to you and I.
Yeah, I can't.
We
You can't
learned
taste it.
Yeah.
We went to Hawaii and they had us eating like fresh pineapple, and like your tongue starts burning after a while. It's
Yeah.
wild.
And then you eat the food and you're like, wow, this food doesn't have
doesn't have any salt.
This food doesn't have
You're
any
just
taste.
like dumping salt.
But it's
salt, and
Hawaii. It's Hawaiian food. So then you go back the next day and don't eat the pineapple and you're like, oh, wait, this food still doesn't have any taste. That's right. It's
Zing.
Hawaiian food. Yeah.
Got him.
Kula pork has no taste.
Wow,
Literally.
that is a hot take. We have a lot of
Super chats to catch up on.
things, all
I know.
kinds of things.
We have things to catch up on.
I have them. I have them here too.
You have them there,
Wow,
yeah.
so
So
many
before we get to them, though, definitely look up the story of the McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich. It's very interesting. It happened,
It is.
yeah, back in the '60s, and this guy was like, hey, he served a predominantly Catholic neighborhood in Ohio, and he noticed a big sales dip during Lent, and so he was like, well, Catholics either eat pizza, cheese pizza, or fish. And McDonald's like, well, there wasn't one again, the pizza.
Yeah.
And so the guy, I forget his name, he was like, all right, well, I think what people will want to eat instead is pineapple on a bun.
Absolutely not.
And the guy from Ohio was like, yeah, but the thing is that I've grown up and am Catholic and served this neighborhood.
Absolutely
I've
not.
never in my entire life have ever heard of anyone wanting to eat a slice of pineapple on a hamburger bun. The guy's like, no, they'll love it.
Why would you?
That's crazy.
Okay, why don't we do some super chats
Let's do
while
some
I
super
paint
chats.
this guy's stripes?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
zoom in because I'm pretty much done. Mine
You're done.
Mine
Oh my
went really
gosh.
fast. I'll show them off here in a bit. Okay, let me get. Oh yeah, stripes. So mine was a lot easier than yours though. I had a little more.
Why do you think I was worried? I was worried about finishing.
I had a little more sculpting to do.
I
than
can
you.
probably finish. I'm just gonna. That's what's nice about zombies. Like this is just a goof off thing to do. It's silly. All right, let's get to these super chats
Okay,
because we have a poll to end.
we do. We'll end the poll in 9 minutes.
Those of you that have already voted not that KFC is the least gross, are you regretting your choices now?
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Okay. Well, we read Zesticles already. I also feel like we might have missed Soups' one gifted membership.
I think so.
So Soups, as always, thank you for your ongoing
Soups
support.
does a lot for our channel.
He does. Thank you for your ongoing support. And Soups, I hope that you have not eaten any poop in the past 5 or 6 years.
You poor things over there.
And listen,
Your
unless
poop food.
Anyway, KFC's can't be that great of an option in the UK. I feel like they have.
They must have better food over there, right?
Yeah,
They're so close to France.
We do too. We do too. And quite honestly, KFC is the worst fried chicken
Yeah.
available.
I guess.
Okay. It's like wet. It's like okay. Anyway, Cody, thank you as always for your support. He
Hi.
says, support. Our garbage disposal recently stopped working. Any recommendations on a replacement? Suggestions on a replacement?
Wow. Well, just get a new garbage disposal and put your old garbage disposal in it. Garbage disposal, the garbage
We've
disposal.
talked a lot about garbage disposals, and we have a list of things that can't go down a garbage disposal. And
Turns out it's nothing.
it's longer than the list of what you can't put down is longer than the Bible.
Understand the point of a garbage disposal.
Yeah, and
But
I'm pretty sure other garbage disposals are on that list, Meg.
So we live in an apartment, and I don't know, is this a real question, or is he trying to get us to joke around about garbage disposal?
Of course, I doubt it's a real question. Like nobody knows the brand.
I was gonna say I don't know anything about garbage disposals. Just don't get a small one because we live in an apartment. We've always lived in an apartment. We've always had a tiny dishwasher. When we've been lucky enough to get a place with a dishwasher, and they don't do a very good job. And it's hard to fit all your dishes in.
I will say this: the only brand of that I know is what I'm assuming is a fictional brand for garbage disposals, which is Clarkman. Just because I remember in the Seinfeld, because I can weirdly remember
Everything.
every Seinfeld and Simpsons episode, when Kramer's trying to install a garbage disposal in a shower, he calls David Putty.
Oh, I love Putty.
And he's like, it says to do this. And Putty's like, is that a Clarkman? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, it's a misprint on the instructions.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about garbage disposals.
Yeah,
I just wish they were better. I wish they could demolish everything.
Clarkman, if it's a real brand, just because it was featured in Seinfeld.
Why not?
But otherwise, of course we don't know any garbage disposal brands. I think he knows that. I think he knows. I think he knows we know that he knows that.
Okay.
Cass, thanks for gifting me some memberships.
Thank you, Cass.
Cass,
very sweet.
Cass, I was in
Hashtag Cass for mod.
I was in Liam's chat earlier today. Liam Dempsey, check out his channel if you don't know it. I think probably everybody currently in here does know it. But in case you're in here and you don't know it. And there's some Cass for mod talk in there. And
he's a mod now, right?
I threw my ring behind it. I was like, I'm into Cass as a mod, so.
Oh boy, don't tell our mods.
Well, I just did.
Yeah, I know Cass got to be a mod. I forget what channel, though. I don't know if it's Liam's or not. I don't think it's Liam's. Okay, I'm just doing some stripes with the red stripes.
Okay.
Looks a little bright, huh? What do you think?
I mean,
on camera. And that's a dark monitor.
Oh, okay. We can turn it down.
You guys let us know if it's too bright. Help us out. We still haven't color corrected our monitor.
I did, actually.
Did we? Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
then I guess I'm wrong. Maybe it's not dark.
Okay.
I know. I need to... Yeah, I know. This brush. It is a little frizzy. Okay, who's next? Cody. Let's see. Then, thank you, Ranger Rob.
Wait, we didn't read molecules.
Oh, okay. It's the spacing on this thing. Thank you, Molecule. What the hell do those people think when a person is called hot? Do those people think when a person is called hot? What?
Did we wait too long and forget what?
Might have. What were we talking about, guys? Who are those people? Who are those people? Molecule.
Yeah.
Let's clarify that.
Yeah.
When do you think someone is hot?
I don't know.
What were we talking about? We were talking about poop and food.
That's mostly what we've been talking about.
The hot mustard people.
Hot mustard. Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Molecule.
I don't know. What do you think they think?
Yeah, just like they're warm. They need a nice pack.
They need a cold towel.
Yeah.
And a cold shower.
Meg, should I show? Is this a good time to pull away from what you're up to and show?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Colonel
finish
Sanders?
up some stripes. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna show Colonel Sanders. I have kind of a funny idea for his fried chicken leg, which I think I'm gonna use typhus corrosion.
Okay.
Because it creates texture, and
can you get some poop on it?
that way we can have.
There's so much poop talk today. Who knew?
Yeah,
I don't like poop talk normally.
A lot of poop talk on today's stream.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry we keep doing it.
We'll stop. I'll stop. We like to have fun.
We like to. We do like to have fun. I was just gonna say that. Oh my gosh, not like anywhere even close. It's hard to do more than one thing at once.
God.
Ever noticed
that? I messed
that?
up my stripe. I was laughing with my hands.
What I was gonna say is this will give some extra crispy texture, because that's supposed to be a thing with Kentucky Fried Chicken. I actually, once again, happen to find, I love fried chicken. I happen to find Kentucky Fried Chicken not even like something. It's not even a substitute for other fried chicken. Like if you were like, hey, you like fried chicken? The only place around is KFC. I'll be like, yeah, we'll just get something else. I don't want that. That's so snobby.
When I was a kid, I liked KFC because we never got it, and it was like, I don't know. I thought it was better than McDonald's.
Yeah.
But we never got it.
Okay.
Anyway,
so here's how. No, that's okay. Here's how Colonel Sanders is looking. I did his glasses.
Oh.
Let me keep zooming in here. There we go.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
He's stupid, huh? Okay, so now really pretty much all that's left is this chicken leg. Oh, I gotta highlight up his weird bolo tie thing as well, because it's so dark.
Yeah. I love it. He's so cute.
I can't believe we made a zombie Colonel Sanders.
I'm so glad, actually, the Mandrills picked this. I was thinking, like, oh, they'll probably pick Disney or something, or Marvel, right? I think somebody might have suggested Marvel, but
Yes.
we did get to choose. We did get final say in like what they're gonna get to vote on. So I'm glad that fast food was suggested. It's so silly.
Yeah, so let's go everything. I don't like anything, but even really just the chicken. I'll honestly tell you the like substitute chicken that's like the lowest level chicken you can get that you can find anywhere, at least on the West Coast, is literally the chicken at the deli and Safeway. That's like a million times better than KFC. You just go get that and you're like, all right, this will have to be good enough. In general, the West Coast is not great at fried chicken. This feels like a reiteration of a conversation we've had before.
Probably,
but,
Zach. We talk about stuff like this all the time.
That's something the West Coast is not strong at, in my opinion.
Chicken?
Fried chicken.
Okay. Well, we have Korean fried chicken
that's
around
good.
here.
That's newer.
And
that's
is
good.
Amazing.
That's very amazing.
I love banchan.
The other
My
awesome food, chicken-based food that's very good out here, in my opinion, I don't think you like this as much as me, Meg, is El Pollo Loco.
Oh, yeah, you love El Pollo Loco. I'm like, meh.
Which is just like it's like Mexican grilled chicken. So it's like the chicken parts, and they just grill them, and it's like a weird mixture of American and Mexican food. They have like mashed potatoes and coleslaw, but they also have salsa, and you get your corn tortillas, you get your chicken, you get your salsa, you get your mashed potatoes and gravy, and your coleslaw, and that sounds like an insane mix, but you put them all in that corn tortilla, roll it up, and it's amazing. It doesn't sound like it would be good. Chicken, mashed potatoes.
No, of course it does.
All those things together.
It's like
it's amazing, though.
Barbecue with, I don't know, like more of like a Latin.
Kind of, but a little bit
flavor.
of it, right? But there's also like the chicken itself is like, so like a lot of Mexican food is not spicy, right? The chicken itself is not. It's just grilled chicken done well. And then you add it with the mashed potatoes and coleslaw, and that sounds like not a Latin thing. But then they give you like a salsa, and you put it on there, and you can put, and it's on the tortilla. It's amazing. That's good.
It's fine.
I would, you're not the biggest fan. It's
it's just not my. It's nothing I get excited about.
You took me there. I think like not. I'm pretty sure you took me there for my 39th birthday. You were like, all right, where do you want to? I think you asked me like where I wanted to go.
Yeah, because we were just like, it was pretty casual.
It was like casual late or something, and I was like, let's just go across the street. There's actually one across the street from us. That's the thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Ranger Rob. First time, good, being able to watch live. Thanks for the great content, guys. You're welcome. Love this idea. Any ideas for fun one-liners, oh boy, to say when one of these zombies dies in a game? One-liners. I am terrible at one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
I was on a pun train yesterday morning, and I was so proud of myself. I came up with like 3 whole puns.
That's nice, Meg.
But yeah, okay, so one-liners to say when a zombie dies in a game. Well, okay, we specifically have a McDonald's and a KFC guy.
Right.
When they die, what do I say?
I'm
loving it. I'm living it. No.
I'm not. This guy's not
loving it. Yeah, we'll do that. This guy's not loving it. Okay, we can go with that one.
I don't know. What's KFC's logo?
KFC. Oh, is it finger looking good or something?
I don't know.
What is their motto?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's just a disgusting
concept. Ooh, right in the nuggets says Molecule Cody. That's pretty good.
Right in the
I'm like
nuggets.
getting nervous, like thinking about puns.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in here, Meg, on you painting for a little bit while I go get some paint to paint some.
Okay.
Something I never thought I'd have to paint before: fried chicken.
Oh, I've lost my mark is now off. So who knows where to put this thing? Here we go.
Oh man, Meg! Instead of you
I need a
cooking
new
dinner,
mark.
should we just get El Pollo Loco now? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No,
I was really gonna try.
Wait. Oh, okay.
I was really gonna try to make dinner for us, but that's how bad I am at it.
No, you're good at it.
It's finger looking good. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it's finger looking good.
That's gross.
Well, especially when they add poop to the mix.
Yeah, and then you put your fingers back in the bucket.
Okay. I wanted to like do a little wash and conditioning of my brush because Brett was making fun of it. Okay, finger looking good. And
what color shade do I wash for?
Oh, Soups, that's a good one. Guess he's kicked the boneless bucket, like cause the bucket, right? Oh man, why am I so bad at this?
Labor law is my only weakness. That's
Maybe like bone licking.
labor
good.
laws.
Wait, what?
Michael Cody. Labor law is my only weakness. That's
Yes.
pretty amazing.
I know. Something about poop. We got to do something about poop for KFC when the KFC guy dies, when Colonel Sanders dies.
And then you have to tell your opponent why.
Yeah, it'll
like,
be a nice talking point. Okay, let's get his nose.
Then you're like, oh yeah, it turns out KFCs in the UK are 17%
full of
poop.
Poop. You have to come up with one too, Zach.
I think I see somebody write about the McRib soups. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The McRib is a great example of something that people get excited about that is stupid. And
we shouldn't. You used to be obsessed, mister.
Very early on in our relationship.
Yeah.
And then I got
like,
one.
Aw, Zach loves a McRib. That's so adorable.
And then I got one. The last time I got a McRib, I remember being very disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, they're not good. None of that stuff is actually good, and you're an actually good cook, so it's kind of hard to go back to it. Like, it's funny what Burger King, now I can't go to Burger King either, right?
Why not?
Well, I don't know, because now they have their own issues, right? Are they canceled? Are we canceling them?
Oh, Wendy's is the worst.
Wendy's is the worst, actually. That's pretty terrible. Burger King has this really great deal going on right now where it's like two small burgers for $5. I was like, the other day I ate 4 burgers for my lunch. It was amazing.
Oh my god. So that was actually kind of funny about when I was doing my research was for the quiz was that for everything that's pretty bad about him and all the stuff that comes up pretty consistently, it turns out that McDonald's is actually was the hardest to find any really
dirt on. Well, they burned that woman with their dang coffee.
So that's the one that comes up a lot. And that one's not that compelling, really, right?
It was. I mean, they should have just paid her, not made her drag herself through the mud. Everyone made fun of her, right? Like she was this pariah.
Yeah.
For a while. That was kind of crappy of them.
Yeah, that's true.
She was really burned.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna be I'm gonna make this kind of messy, and I'll probably go back in and weather it, weather his makeup.
I'm weathering this chicken.
Yeah.
This chicken piece, fried.
Just make a mess out of it.
Yeah. So.
Well, anyway, thank you again, Ranger Rob. We'll keep thinking. If we think of more one-liners, we'll shout them out.
Yeah.
But we're glad you got to watch for the first time. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cass. The one KFC in my town, oh no, was rat infested and was shut down hard, and other things, whatever that means. You had so we didn't cover this franchise today or food place, whatever. On the East Coast, Jack in the Box was eliminated.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
At least in your area, right?
Yeah. A lot of states forever ago. Do you guys have Jack in the Box in the UK? I didn't do any research on Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
They had some really serious. Oh, I can't remember what it was. It was a crazy outbreak. I also remember there being a crazy mad cow outbreak when I was younger in the UK.
Oh, that's right.
That was in the UK.
But I remember hearing about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just mess it up.
Another story I heard and I read was that of something that happened recently in the UK was that Burger King was accidentally serving so Tesco, which is their Walmart. Mm-hmm. They did some tests and they found out that this is I think why I said the number 17%. 17% of the meat in Tesco is actually horse meat.
Oh no, guys! And what the heck is going on?
And they think Burger King had been serving that too. Now again,
oh my goodness,
I actually have to say
what is going on over there?
Yeah, Patsy, you remember that outbreak? In that what was it that caused all the Jack in the Boxes shut down? I remember there was one near my grandma's house. And it was always shut down from the time I was a kid.
Meanwhile, in California, we were just living it up.
I was driving by and
I'd
be like, Dad, what is Jack in the Box? And he'd be like, oh,
don't go near that.
He would tell me, but
don't go near that place. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of highlighting up a little bit.
No soups. The article I read said that in one particular Tesco, 17% of the meat they tested, ground meat, had horse meat in it. Like I guess I don't know if that means by volume or the packaging or whatever, but 17 like they tested 100 packages, 100 of them had horse meat in it. I don't know what it means, but it was read. I read that in the Guardian. That's from the UK.
The Guardian, yeah.
So
Your guys' news outlet.
anyway, they think maybe that E. coli. That's what it was. It was E. coli. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all right. We can handle it over here.
A little E. coli.
Yeah, well, E. coli never hurt anyone.
Oh wait. We need to close our poll. Wow,
Let's close that poll, yeah.
So much fun stuff going on today.
I know. This is just a goofy stream. I'm glad you guys are here to goof off with us.
KFC and Wendy's are tied here. So this looks like poop is on the menu when it comes to
the people want.
Our viewers.
That's what we can say when we pick up the guy, pick up KFC guy. It's, I guess poop isn't on the menu tonight.
I'll be like, what?
It'll make no sense. And then we get to have a nice talking point with our partner, whoever we're playing against at Old Town. Me, anyway, since I'm going to be the one picking it up.
And then bringing him back?
Mm-hmm. Bringing him back. Because poop is back on the menu, boys! Oh, thank you so much for that factoid, Zach. I'll never get over it.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Yeah, we should just never eat out again. You never know, right? Okay. Look at his little yellow jacket. All right. Thank you again, Cass, for another donation. I am on War Hipster. That's right. That's what I was watching the other day. He's a mod on War Hipster. He's not causing any any havoc.
Has War Hipster totally imploded or anything? No.
I don't know. See, guys? Cass for mod. Hashtag. We're just torturing our mods.
I don't understand. Okay, never mind. I don't get it.
Yeah, you don't get it. It's part of the fun.
All right, here we go. I'm dry brushing this chicken leg here, which is, again, typhus corrosion. So that has that
extra crispy poo flavor.
Oh my god.
I know.
I should have never told you that.
I shouldn't have. I know. Now they're gonna come after us. Stop telling people about that. That was like so long ago. When was that? Do you remember? I don't remember what you wrote.
2017.
Oh, yeah, so long ago. Okay, we'll call it there for Ronald's jacket. No love for ball sack. Oh, yeah. Oh, we missed. Did we skip it? Oh, that's right, because I was reading. Sorry, guys. Only the thank yous get sent to our... Oh, sorry. Only the... Bleh, 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 bleh. Only the super chats get sent to our thank you channel. So I did miss it. Didn't mean to, Mr. Ballsack. I think we know who this is. But thank you again for your 20 gifts of memberships.
Yeah, thank you.
That does a ton for us and for our channel. And we love to see you. We love to see you, Mr. Master Ballsack.
Chapter Master Ballsack.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's such a fun.
Yeah, we know who this is. We won't dox him.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. I wish these shoes had shoelaces. I didn't think about it. Otherwise, I might have green stuffed something. I kind of like doing this because they can be a little sloppy and they read pretty well from far away. Cool. So all I have left, which is great because we're starting to run out of time, is this little Happy Meal.
Oh,
and I
great.
can glue it in. So I'm, if you want to go back to what you're doing.
Yeah, I will. We'll take a look at this chicken piece I'm working on.
Yeah. I'll get up and go get the rest of my paint in a sec.
Yeah. Okay, did we catch ourselves up?
We did. We caught up.
On things happening? That's fun. Okay. I keep being really bad at flipping this thing. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So here I am working on a chicken leg that the colonel is carrying in the battle with him. Okay.
And I'm going to go get my paint while you do that.
Okay. So as you guys can see, I have made the chicken piece a... I think I'm getting a little bit of the effect from the typhus corrosion. I'm kind of bringing it up, and then I'm going to wash it Seraphim Sepia, which I don't know if that's going to be the right color for fried chicken. I honestly might need to pull a reference picture of a piece of fried
I
chicken.
mean, just paint it the same color as poo. I also need glue.
God. Okay.
Is poo brown?
No, Meg. No, and that's
I'm killing
not the
this guy.
color of fried chicken.
I'm killing Zach right now. Okay. Let's do this Happy Meal. Okay. Oh, he has a little McDonald's on his jacket that I should try to little arches.
Pull
Okay.
away just a little bit.
I know. Sorry, Ty. Sorry, everybody. Now I've just got poop on the brain.
Okay.
Zach's like, moving on. I'm trying to remember. We had I can't remember how to search it. Was there another mascot you were hoping we would do, Zach? Or like theme we were hoping for?
Theme? No, I think this was the most fun one. Honestly.
We've learned so much today already.
We have. Getting to research fast food companies was fascinating.
Was it fascinating?
It's depressing.
Yeah, a little depressing.
I mean, I don't know, like, I can't see any of it.
Don't go anywhere. Don't eat anything.
I was surprised at how somewhat, like, McDonald's tends to either, I think they've had a lot of their big ones, and then it's like they're really involved in a lot of, they take a lot of aggressive initiative on, like, so like that one I told you Wendy's didn't join. McDonald's was like almost like one of the first things to join it. Like they seem to like aggressively try to get ahead of where they're pretty sure they'll, people will come after them.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about them. They do charity work.
Yeah.
But they also like
that's normal, right?
Well, yeah, I guess they have their own charity, right? Does every fast food place have its own charity house?
I don't know. Yeah,
their own nonprofit sector. It's probably just for tax I don't know. I can't trust anybody. But they're a bit nefarious because they have all these cartoon characters that are targeted at kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ronald,
like
for example. And there's the Hamburglar, who's my favorite. And there's the Fry Kids, and there's like a chicken. I forget what her name is. Birdie something.
They also, one of their controversies, they got in trouble recently, speaking of this, for trying to change Grimace's story on Wikia fandom.
What?
Yeah, there's a McDonald's Wikia, and I guess like Grimace has some kind of weird dark story or something, and they like wanted it not on the page, so they like went after it or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so kind of wacky. Yeah. Okay, there's
kind of wacky.
I think there's my fried chicken piece, which means I honestly think
you're done.
I think I'm pretty close to being done.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him on the thing.
I need to paint the happy face on this Happy Meal.
Oh yeah, let's get some footage of that because that'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
I can just be a cameraman for the rest of the stream.
Ty is using his freebie super chat. You guys that have been here for at least a month, and you haven't used your free super chat, there's probably something in YouTube right now yelling at you to use your free super chat. So go ahead and do that. Ty, y'all hyped for the Realms of Ruin, the AOS video game? Are we hyped for it, Zach?
Sadly, no, because I don't play video games.
That part, no. But we talked about it a little bit on the Sigmar show.
We did.
I think the painting, like the, what do you call it?
The fact that you can design how your army looks.
I think that's actually like the part that interested me the most. because I was like, even if I don't play the game, I could like use this to design a color scheme for an army.
Yeah.
How much is the game anyway?
I don't know.
Can you guys tell us?
I would say that if it's available on Mac, we have like a couple extra.
Okay, don't shake the table, please.
Okay. We have a couple. We have a lot of Mac products randomly around. This isn't a brag.
It's not
Is there a way you
random.
could paint it slightly at a different angle?
Okay. Oh gosh, yeah. Sorry, guys. What a waste that was. I'll do the other side for you a bit better. Is there a way I could contort my body so I'm not?
Well, we should have had you sit in my seat since you're right-handed. That's what we should.
But this is my good side.
We did that last week. We had to swap around right the last minute. So I would say, Ty, that I kind of am. We have a lot of old Macs sitting around, not that old. I feel like if it was available for Mac, I might try to play it because
Totally.
I need to have some time on something where I can like go sit and do something chillaxing. Currently, I really don't have that, and so I get into these like a lot of times. If you guys see me hobby hanging, that's me like taking off from work. And currently, the most chillax thing I can do is put Cities of Sigmar models together. That's not something that immediately needs to be done for the channel at all. So that's like the most not work I can do, you know. The cost of an individual $60. That's fine. It's more just I don't know that we don't have a PC here, so
it's like a legit game. It's not like an app game, you know.
No, it's a legit game.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming out on PC, so
yeah,
we would have to find an old PC or it'd have to come out on Mac, which it might. Baldur's Gate did.
Yeah, why not?
Look at this little guy. This is so cute.
I love the Happy Meal.
The Happy Meal's big.
Happy Meal's adorable.
I sort of, now seeing your guy, I do kind of wish maybe I had grabbed a guy with a jacket so that I could have painted that too.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to let that sit for a second and glue it to his hand.
I kind of liked the idea, though, of the bolo tie type thing he has.
Let's do a wash on his hair now that we're here.
The problem with the bolo tie thing is it's so dark. And his skin is pretty dark, too. So it doesn't really pop. But his hair and his pants and his spectacles do, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Broken Chef. Today has been a day. Yeah. What have I missed? Do you really want to know?
Yeah, they caught you up a bit.
Basically a lot of horrible things about the fast food industry. You've missed a lot of facts. Yeah. So you should definitely go back and check that out on rewatch.
Just be glad you don't live in the neighborhood Soups lives in the UK.
You'll find out why when you scroll back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get away from the talk that we were having.
And then he also says
spare chat from it.
For my boy Liberty, top 3 zombie movies and why.
Okay. Number 1, 28 Days Later. It's just so good. It's so scary. Fast zombies are the worst. They're so scary. And I liked how it's like a different take on it. They're not actually dead. These people aren't dead. They're rabid. Mm-hmm. They're just hungry.
It's like the modern, could happen take, sci-fi take.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate when the zombie apocalypse is a bit more tangible and like you think, oh, okay, I can buy that. Like it's not just like the dead arose because of some spiritual thing, right?
Right,
like,
right.
It's a lot scarier, I think, when it seems possible, even like a little bit.
Right, right.
So that's probably my favorite. And Cillian Murphy, oh man, I love him. He's so good.
Cillian Murphy's great.
Yeah,
I always forget he's in that. That's like one of the first things he's kind of in, like, right?
It's one of the first things I saw him in.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the first thing he was in. I love the original Resident Evil movie. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I think it's fun. And I watched it not too long ago again. And it scared me. Like, I was like, ooh, this is creepy. Like, the zombies are creepy. The corporation is creepy. Mila Jovovich is super smoking hot. I don't know. It's great. Oops, get out of here, phone call. Yeah, I actually love that. And I love the games. So, well, I loved watching Resident Evil 2 and have since watched Vino play more. So yeah, I like that vibe. Number 3. Number 3 is hard. I know I should pick something classic like George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, but I really liked the remake of Dawn of the Dead that takes place in the mall. It's got Ving Rhames, Sarah Polley.
Oh yeah, it's like 2006. That's pretty good actually, huh? Yeah.
I liked it a lot, and they, spoiler alert. Okay, you've been alerted. They don't make it. They don't make it at the end. Like the people who are following the whole movie, nobody makes it. That's cool. Like you don't always get to see that in horror. Like a lot of times they have a happy ending for some. I'm always pleased when that doesn't happen because I'm like, yeah, how would you survive this? This is crazy. So those are my top 3. What about you, Zach?
Oh,
good luck.
Oh, I don't know. I think we can just have yours.
Okay. Do you have what about one zombie movie you enjoy?
Well, I remember the one you're just talking about, the 2006 remake being pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not
what a spot you've been put on.
I'm not a big zombie movie guy.
Oh boy. Zombies are my favorite horror movie monster.
Yeah.
And actually, next year, the podcast that I do, that's going to be our theme. So every month we'll cover a different zombie movie in our podcast. We just talk about the movie and give our hot takes and little factoids. But yeah, that's called Not Quite Dead. If you guys like horror movies and want to
it's good.
Listen to even more of my
they've got quite a library at this point, so it's very binge worthy.
Yes, Sesticle, you're right. They take it like the extra step, and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what would happen. The babies are not safe just because they're babies. Looking at you, Walking Dead. Come on.
Yeah. So now, as Meg works here,
I'm just doing some washes, and then I'm gonna glue.
Oh, okay. Let's get a view of that.
I'm like
then.
very, very close.
That's good because if we finish a little early, we can
really focus on our critique.
We've got a critique. We've got some mail I want to show off.
We do have mail,
and we have a little bit of news as well of something.
Boy. Yeah, it's just washes.
Yeah.
So we could probably move on to what should we cover first out of all those things.
Just want to see exactly what you're doing. So this is Seraphin Sepia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just dirtying up.
Yeah, he should look gross. He's not a happy Ronald.
Brent, I'm with you. I'm also not really a fan of zombies or zombie culture.
I even liked I know people hated people really hated World War Z, right? Because I think because of the book. It didn't really follow the book. But as a movie, I was like, man, it's still good. Like I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It's a good popcorn flick.
I'm not sure if I've ever really found a zombie movie or book or anything that I particularly was into.
I also just love apocalypse stuff. Like I love the end of the world. That's terrifying.
Apocalypse stuff is I have a ban on right now. Remember? You knew this.
Well,
like
I'm
you
still
guys
gonna watch
like
it.
you, Kate, and Mike watched that mushroom guy movie.
Are you talking about The Last of Us?
Yeah.
The show? That's a show.
Yeah, like I'm done. It's too late. Came out too late. APOC's done. I'm done with APOC for a while.
Soups, I do like Zombieland, but I wouldn't put it in my top 3. I like being scared. Like when it comes to these types of movies, I'm like, I want to get scared. That's what interests me.
Shaun of the Dead was pretty funny.
It's also very funny. We'll definitely cover it next year. We'll watch it and cover it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll glue it to his hand, and then that's it for this.
Folks, we do have snail mail.
We do.
You can send us stuff.
Snail mail. Thank you. Thank you, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy. Rudy sent us stuff a few times now. So here we go. Here, you want to read I'll hold up things?
Yeah, I love reading the notes.
Okay, here's the note.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Hobby collab team. I enclosed 2 tentacle makers from Green Stuff World, as well as some epoxy putty. I found them great for my Tyranid terrain and hope it will help for your chaos projects. Love, Rudy.
Yeah,
It says from Rudy,
that's
but I
right.
threw love in there.
Yeah, I do remember Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy.
Doing Tyranid terrain. So these are Green Stuff World kind of has a knack for making like really like you look at this thing and you're like, this isn't really even a hobby tool. Right?
I know, I'm like, what is this?
But
what even is this?
basically, it's just we can show one up close here on the camera here.
Sure.
Basically, it's
how do these work?
you just
so
roll
curious.
green stuff across them.
Across it.
Yeah, and then
you roll it up.
we'll have to look.
This guy, we didn't look into it yet.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to do a stream. Like now, I want to do because you guys have seen us do the kit bash competitions. I would love to do a kit bash competition that's like centered on tentacles. It'd be so fun. And then we could do like a photo shoot where we're tentacle like hentai people. Just kidding, not hentai. But like I just love that. I want to like do another skin type of thing, but it would be so cool to do tentacles.
These are going to be useful. Like Rudy's, honestly, I think for me, I think that there's some interesting application with terrain.
Yeah.
He also, of course, sent us some more Needonite.
Yes.
Blue yellow. This is good actually because I do sometimes wonder if the batch we are using is getting old.
Probably.
It feels a little.
It was really tough.
It feels a little
mix.
harder to mix than this stuff. Like, we haven't tried mixing any of this. It just feels harder.
And we do have an affiliate link in our description to get yourself some green stuff. It helps us out, if you use it, if you use that link to order some for yourself. But it looks just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy, thank you.
Thank you, Rudy. You're so thoughtful.
So actually,
and Rudy always sends us stuff that's like things we haven't thought of. Like I never would have thought, I need to make tentacles. I need a tentacle roller. Like now we have it, and now I want to make tentacles. Yeah. Like we have this paint shaker, and I'm like, now I want to mix paint.
Well, I'll tell you, Rudy, what I'm thinking about using it for immediately. Outside of terrain is that we have we're just kind of looking and saying, what kind of models do we have around that we want to use for things? And I have acquired a ton of Chaos Spawn. And I realized that you can actually make a kind of a bizarre, interesting sub-faction army of Beasts of Chaos out of them.
Yeah.
And I think I have 8. And Polly the other day was saying the worst way to get Chaos Spawn is from the Chaos Spawn box, because you can just make them out of all kinds of things.
Oh, so yeah, you can get creative.
I'm thinking that I can make my 9th. I need 9 to run this army.
Yeah.
And maybe even more than 9. And I'm thinking that I can... they give you a ton of bits and pieces in there. I'm thinking with some bits and some other stuff, I can actually figure out how to maybe make some more, stretch it a little further. And these will help with that. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited. Now, he also gave us 2, just so we know. One that I showed you guys is actually smaller ones.
XL.
And then he gave us an XL pack. And these are like probably what I would use. Although you can make small ones and kind of rope them together.
Bigger is better.
Yeah. For these, I guess. You're funny, Meg. Okay, that's that. Should we take a look at some zombies that we've done?
No, because I need to glue mine after it dries. So I think what we need to talk about next, before we get to our critique and finishing our zombies, is our merch.
Oh, right, yeah. So, Meg has... Oh, go ahead, Meg.
I'm just going to push the button.
Oh, okay. I forgot what button we pushed in, so I was just going to click it in.
Oh, let's put our heads on the shirts. There we go. Too bad the words are in front. Yeah, guys, we have finally launched some merch. It's over at Etsy. And we have stickers and shirts and hoodies. We are doing pre-orders for the shirts and hoodies. And the reason for that is because we're small. We want to do screen printing, right? But we don't have like a warehouse to store supplies, and we also don't know what colors you guys like. We want to let you guys choose. So we're doing a pre-order. The listings will be up through October 31st, and then we'll take them down, and I'm going to send the order out. You guys will get screen printed shirts. It's going to be much better quality than if we were to do like Redbubble or Teespring or something like that. And that's important to us.
It is.
Yeah. So head on over. If you're a mandrill, there is a 20% coupon waiting for you in our Discord, and it's also posted in our community tab here on our YouTube channel. So check that out.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good way to support us. There's also stickers, and those aren't expiring. So
There's not a
as our
pre-order
supply runs low, we will
situation.
just order more.
Yeah.
But the mandrill and the rat are holographic.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
really cute.
You
Yeah,
can
they're
see,
shiny. We actually haven't received them yet, so we'll ship them out soon. They're on their way. But yeah, those will ship fast. If you're ordering a shirt in your order or a hoodie, you'll get your stickers with that if you order stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to forgive us over the next couple weeks if we're pushing this, but it's really just because particularly of the pre-order nature of it, right? We want to make sure anyone who wants one gets one.
Yeah.
And we're excited. Are we using a local company, Sign Jose?
We are. It's not Sign Jose. I would have, but they don't do shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called I Heart Shirts or something.
Okay.
I'll look it up and make sure we remember for next
Yeah.
time. But we've worked with them before. They did Fault
Right.
Line,
Yes.
the Maelstrom Mixer shirts in 2019
That's
before
right.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm working with them again. They're really great people. And yeah. So get yourself a shirt or a hoodie before time runs out. We'll do runs every so often of new designs and new colors and things like that. So try to get in on this first one. It's special. It's our kickoff.
I think we're kind of excited about doing that. About like here's a run of shirts, and cool. Now we're gonna take a month or so off, and now we're gonna do another run, and you got a few weeks to get your orders in.
Yeah.
It'll be a different design.
And guys, we're going to ship these ourselves. Like, we're doing it.
For now.
So you're going to get something, handwritten from us.
Yeah.
So you're going to get some lovingly packaged products from us.
Good question. So caps, meaning...
And also thank you, Cass, for the snipe, for the extra membership.
Thank you,
that
Cass.
You sniped out.
Cass is asking if there's going to be caps. That's what British people call hats.
Oh.
And then, but I think it's like the baseball type.
That'd be cool to do
because they don't
embroidered. I would like to do embroidered.
Because they don't have baseball.
They don't know what baseball
That's
is.
why they have to make up a new name for it.
They have like cricket or something like that.
And
croquet. It's not the same as croquet.
They have to say cap.
Yeah.
It's a baseball hat.
Baseball hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we call it.
Yeah. They'd be like, what's baseball?
We don't know what baseball is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no.
Not yet.
I was just kidding. Yeah, not yet.
No, we're starting small. It's a little scary to realize, like, I'm going to have potentially, I don't know, 100, 200. Who knows? Like, I don't know how many orders we're going to get out, right? But I'm going to have to handle that. We're going to have to handle that ourselves. So we're starting small. We're keeping it simple. I'm sure we'll release those down the line. Because why not? We should.
There's gonna be there's also gonna be a day in the near future where we're gonna be like, hey, Saray, you're on the stream tonight at 4:30.
Do you want to stick around?
No, we're gonna be like, oh, but you know what? Meg can only film. Meg and you need to film this thing at like 10:30. Can you be down here at 10:30? And then we're gonna film it. It's gonna be like BS. It's not gonna be like a real thing. He's gonna be like, what is this? And then when we're done,
us ship.
now for the next 6 hours, you can help us ship shirts.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be like our date day. We're gonna be hanging out in the living room watching movies, shipping.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Yeah,
it'll be fine. If we are in over our heads, it's a good problem to have.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Hopefully you guys.
We won't feel that way in the moment. We won't feel that way in the moment, though.
But it'll be fun. So we hope you guys enjoy the merch. And
his second question was about objective markers.
Objective
markers. This I can also speak a little bit to.
That'd be cool.
There are plans cast for objective markers in the work. Of course, we have chatted with, if you of course know. Yeah, sorry. I think we just kind of stopped talking about a hat. No cap for real. What?
Bussin'? I don't know what he's saying. He's speaking British.
We'll talk about the hat in a second. There are some plans for objective markers. Of course, many of you backed Chris from our Discord. Chris TV, you backed his Objective Control, his company. And so we did as well here. And we've been chatting with him about some things. So, and, of course, we haven't finalized anything yet.
Oh.
But maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep an eye out. You
Yeah,
guys.
keep an eye out. Objective
we
markers
are
is definitely a
working on
thing.
it. We're talking about
But
it.
I don't want to say stuff. I don't want to be
You
like,
don't want to make
yeah.
promises that you can't keep.
Yeah,
It's
because
better to surprise and delight than...
Chris could screw it up.
Oh, no,
You know?
he...
I'm
Chris
just
would
kidding.
never. Chris
Now,
is amazing.
Chris is amazing. And speaking of Chris,
Speaking of Chris.
this segments us nicely into segues us into our critique. Now, some of you guys have seen Chris likes to paint's work in our Discord. We actually didn't get any critiques in the past week. I don't know if we made people nervous about it.
Oh, no.
No, you know what we did? We got Molecule.
We did get Molecule, and it was like it's a continuation on his
Molecule
model from
here's
last
Molecule doing
Wednesday.
a critique. He paints a model amazingly.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What should I do, guys?" And I was like, "Looks good, man." And then he puts a more amazing one up. He's like, "What do you guys think?" And it's like, okay.
It is always okay
I know,
to
it's
ask for critical feedback.
He
We're
knows
all
I'm messing
seeking
with him.
to improve.
But they look amazing.
Yeah,
So
they are
there's your
beautiful.
critique from
Yeah.
me. I it's hard to critique things sometimes. People ask specific questions, but I've kept saying to Molecule, I'm like, ship it. And that's
Yeah.
like me wanting to like get armies
No, if
on the table.
somebody wants to improve, like, you got to take it seriously, no matter
Yeah.
how impressed you are by their work. There's probably always something that, that could be improved. That's pretty much true across the board for most things, I think.
Very true. Now, Chris was asking about weathering on his I think it's a salamander
Yeah.
or dark angel. I forget what he's doing, or just green marines. This is in our Discord. Soups gave some really good advice.
It's a marine boy.
Yeah, and pointed out that the weathering kind of down around his feet needed to like fill into the cracks a little bit more, which I thought was good. What I wanted to do, and Meg, of course, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk over you
No,
if
you're
you have
good.
thoughts, but before we do that, what I wanted to do is actually show this, because I have something really similar here, and I kind of want to show a product and show
How
how
it works.
easy it is to do this. And because Chris, I don't think at the time has started using weathering powders yet on this, weathering pigments. And so, yeah, I think that is what you need to do. I think he's doing this with paint.
Mm-hmm.
And it presents the problem that Soups is talking about, which is you can't really get the caking up in the where the panels are, right? And in the Discord, Soups actually went in and drew it, and he showed how the mud would, or he wants dust, not mud.
Wants it to be, yeah, because when I was looking at this, I actually was thinking, oh, okay, he's muddy. So I was like, he should go outside in some old shoes and stomp around in some mud and see how it looks. And like you said, as a reference, right? But he doesn't want mud. It's not supposed to be
He doesn't
mud.
want mud. Instead, he should walk around on Mars.
Go to Mars.
Yeah, get in touch with Elon and see if he can get you to Mars anytime soon. My guess is the answer to that's going to be no for everyone. But in the interim, I'll show you kind of a weathering powder thing here, Chris. So, okay, I painted Ultramarines forever ago. I actually have like a little Ultramarines kill team here that I never...
That's how we store it.
This is how we store it.
That's how important they are.
Yeah, I actually kind of... I like my Ultramarines. And I put them on these Martian bases. And they're not what... As of today, they were not weathered. Here's one of them. Oh, by the way, I wanted to have these guys kind of have like a 70s sci-fi vibe. So I gave them all this like white hair, and I put them on these Martian bases. Yeah, that was what I was going for. I'll show you. Sorry, I'm going to like slightly show something off here that I just want to... The other thing that I'm really excited about that I did on these guys are these cloaks. I tried to do like a Martian atmosphere cloak. So it's like the sky up at the top and then this down here. Okay.
All right, back to critiquing.
Yeah, why am I saying all of this?
It is really nice. I love that
I'm
cloak.
saying all of this because I'll just show you real quick here how I do that. So you take this... Okay, first of all, I have to say, I'm about to use this product called Secret Weapon Miniatures Pigments. Okay. This company is local, was local to the Bay Area.
Gone.
It's actually in Sacramento, and they don't exist anymore. But I will say that other companies
That's
make
too bad.
weathering powder, so you want to get like a Martian one, or a brick one or something like that. and it's insanely easy. Why can I like not get this to?
See, it's hard, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We have to start putting objective markers
kinda,
for our painting.
Yeah, I kind of hate the. If I go up, it goes. It's very easy to do. So you take a brush that you're like not in love with, and you can be pretty aggressive with it, and you really just start going. You just go for it. Now, there's a number of ways you can work with this, and the first thing is just this.
It's a great demo, Zach.
Thanks. And this is what I showed on. This is what the guy I already showed. This is how he had his. It's really easy. Like, it couldn't be easier. You literally just brush it on.
And it's literally dust. So you're like gonna get the dust look because it is dust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going up where Soups was talking about. And that's it. And so I'll tell you another thing. They make, like, a lot of companies will make 4 or 5 different reds and rusts and stuff like that. And the instinct might be to mix them. Like, I discourage you from doing that. You will get minimal gains on that. You will not really see. I have like 2 or 3 other reds over there, and it doesn't really play well. This is how I made the that Martian board I have, by the way, with the face. I used a lot of these powders. Okay, so you just do that. It kind of fills in all the cracks. Now, when you're done, you can do a couple things. First, literally, I would honestly. This would be it for me. That's it. It's done. You could varnish after if you want it. Varnish.
Always varnish, according to Saray.
Well, you varnish before, and then you
even
put
with this stuff.
Yeah. These have already been varnished, and that's it. That's all I would do.
So you wouldn't? Why wouldn't you varnish over the top, like with a matte?
It'll mess with it a little bit. It'll do is it'll turn it. So you're getting water on a paint pigment. You're getting a liquid on a paint pigment. Mm-hmm. So essentially what it will do is it'll make it look like paint.
Turn into paint.
It'll turn a little bit into paint. Now,
so how do you protect it?
Okay, so they have something called...
They touch it.
They have something that they used to sell called fixative. And, again, this company doesn't exist anymore. So you could look at the fixative. I also think people just use rubbing alcohol.
What about...
Sorry, one last thing.
Okay, yeah, no, you're good.
Final thing I would just say is, do you need to protect it? I'm going to suggest the answer is no.
Because it's dust?
It's dust. It's not going anywhere. Look, you can see if I'm touching it a lot, it's going to come off.
And I kind of like how that looks, actually, when you brush some of it off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, not everybody would want that.
So if you're just doing the feet, though, like, you don't really touch that part of the model. Like, I wouldn't do anything. Like, if you like... Let me say this to Chris. If you like the way that the weathering pigment powder looked, or anybody, right, who's wanting to dusty up the feet of their models, if you like the way it looked, I wouldn't do anything. If you had powder all over the model for some reason, like you wanted to have, like Timbit, right, simply don't touch it. But if you didn't have that luxury because you were weathering another part of the model that you do touch or something like that, then I would, I'd recommend a couple things. I'd either, what the fixative does, if you brush the fixative on, it activates it and it makes it runny. And then it'll run all over the place and then it'll dry again. And 2 things will happen. And I know this because I use the fixative all over the Mars board that I made. 2 things will happen. So thing number 1 is that, thing number 1 is that it will, once again, wherever that pigment was, it will sort of stain it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And that could be a good look. And then thing number 2...
Yeah, I was going to say, it could look like, maybe like it's been rained on, too.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And then thing number 2, which is the cool part, is the dust will then, pool in certain places. And when the fixative evaporates, and it's, again, I really think the fixative is basically just isopropyl alcohol. When the fixative evaporates, it'll leave the powder there, but in like clump and like more. And so that's good weathering for like a vehicle or a building. It's hard to imagine a Space Marine would let that much like cake into his components. So, but it's kind of just what the story.
He's busy murdering.
He's busy, and like maybe a Death Guard would, or some types of Space Marines, right?
You're asking the wrong girl, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was in art school, we used workable fixative, like an aerosol spray. You can get it at Michael's. I imagine that could work.
So that's the other, the spray, the fixative spray. And there's actually a few things you can use for that, including hairspray.
Sure,
Some
yeah,
people
they
use-
would tell us to use that too sometimes. Yeah.
So that, Chris, if you're going to use, look up or let's chat about.
Aquanet.
Yeah, Aquanet. Literally, let's chat about it in Discord. If you have any questions, I can answer what I know.
Yeah.
But I think this is mostly it.
So our feedback or suggestion is to try out some pigment
yeah. Now,
powder.
sorry
That'll
again.
actually look like dust.
I'm showing you a brand that no longer
But
exists.
they all kind of.
They're similar, yeah,
Do-
and
yeah.
every company has. So, anyone in chat know what brands are still making fixative and weathering powder? Does Vallejo make some? I'm pretty sure AK makes some. So just look up weathering powder for miniatures. Yeah, I have, guys. I have like I want to say 20 different powders.
Do you really?
By this brand because I love them.
Aww.
And whenever you buy, like whenever I would make terrain, I don't know how much stuff I'm going to use or need. So I'd order like
so many.
But
that looks like it would last a really long time.
Yeah. So I have so many. I have their blue. I have all of them. My favorite of theirs is I've used on Alchemite Warforger is the one that makes it look like he's been working with graphite or metal. Mm-hmm. It's like literally graphite. It puts like that kind of like pencil-y sheen on things. And yeah. So there you go, Chris. The model looks amazing.
Yes.
But I would agree with Soups, and I think with at least a couple other people told you in the Discord, which is, yeah, trying to do that kind of weathering with paint is unnecessarily difficult.
Yeah.
You're having to paint to tell a story
Yeah.
that you can just do by brushing dust on the model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, one more time, join our Discord. This was just up. If you guys would like to be critiqued on the show, just go to our Discord and check out the Hobby Critiques channel. And that's where you go for like really intense, purposeful feedback, hopefully like what you saw today. If you still want to get a critique in the Discord, but you don't want it on stream, you just can say that in the comment. We won't do that to you. Also in our Discord's pretty fun. Right now we're having a little Halloween costume contest. And it's the last week. So want to get your costume ideas in our costume. What is it called again? It's a Halloween costumes channel in our Discord. Just go ahead and you can drop a picture of yourself in your costume. You can update your profile in Discord, like your picture and like the background, whatever, to become like a Discord costume. Somebody wrote a scary story. And next week, the cast and mods are going to pick our favorites, and you guys will have some special flair in our Discord, which is kind of fun. So go check that out. Are we ready to...
Thanks, Cass, for the gift of memberships.
Yes, thank you for the sniping, Cass. Who did we get? Will Hatfield and the Away Fan. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we're looking at Colonel Sanders first.
Colonel Sanders.
Here he is.
He's so cute. It's bright.
Slowly turning around.
Here he comes. Oh my gosh, look at his little goofy face.
You see his little glasses there.
Yeah.
Okay, fun. There's
love
Colonel
it.
Sanders. Now, I have to say, Meg's model here, Ronald McDonald, she did a really good job. He looks amazing.
Careful with his Happy Meal.
Oh, I feel it. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, I might have to add more glue. We'll see.
Okay, here you go. Ronald McDonald.
There he is. He's got his little Happy Meal. It's full of brains, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are going to look really funny.
It's going to be so funny on, what is going on here? Why does she randomly have Ronald McDonald and Colonel Sanders in her army?
Ronald McDonald's going to read. Colonel Sanders is only going to read from certain angles. But the zombies are very hunched over.
Yeah.
If you guys see here.
Yeah, they have bad posture.
They're very hunched over. And so Colonel Sanders doesn't have the big red wig kind of thing going on. So he's going to blend in with the other zombies a little bit. Mm-hmm. But Ronald McDonald is really going to stick out.
Yeah. He's so goofy.
Oh, I can do that, Meg. If you're into the brightness level.
It's a little bright, I think. Especially because we have such bright colors. There we go. That helps. There you go, guys. I highly recommend this as a palette cleanser. just something fun to do. Like if you have little like hordes like this that you can just goof off with, go for it. Like it's fun. It's silly.
Cass, thanks for gifting 5 more memberships.
Wow, Cass, you're the best. Thank you. That's awesome.
We appreciate
Welcome
the support.
new folks. Hope you enjoy the channel.
Yeah.
Now what can you do with that membership? Well, Friday, we're going to be having a continuation of our journey stream, which is just for members, Lab Rats and Lab Mandrills. So you can join us for that on Friday at noon Pacific time.
Saray,
which is 8 p.m. in the UK.
Yeah, Saray. Yep, Saray is going to be adding to his Slaves to Darkness army. I think he knows what he's doing, but just in case he wants to change it, I won't totally announce it yet. I'll let him decide if and when he wants to do that. And that's our next stream. And then this Sunday coming up, we are doing some Orktober stuff. Meg and Saray will be on doing some Orktober stuff.
I've never painted an orc. Ever.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually really looking forward to this because I think orcs are like one of the armies I would want to play if I wasn't so like opposed to doing a big horde because I'm kind of over that. But so I'm looking forward to that, getting to paint an orc.
Well, of
an
course,
orky thing.
Really in Sigmar they're not a horde. That's actually a very elite
right.
army.
Yeah, especially with the pigs.
Iron Jaws are very few models.
Yeah.
Even Cruel Boys, not that many. But I've only ever painted an orc. I've never painted an actual orc. I think I've painted orc planes, orc stuff,
right? For Aeronautica.
Yeah, which is super fun. Awesome.
Would chat be mad at me? You think if I did like a purple orc or green, or like a blue orc, not green? You think?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would they be mad at you? Probably not. Probably not mad.
So mad.
Yeah.
They'll never forgive me. Let me know. Let me know, guys. I would like to try like a non-traditional orc skin color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking purple.
I mean, people bring it up a lot.
Yeah, it does come up.
It comes
and
up
like,
what color can I paint my orc if I don't want him to be green or what?
If this is gonna be part of somebody's army, I won't do that. But if it's just like a one-off orc that I get to do and keep and love of my very own, then I'll probably do it. Patsy says do it.
The final thing we want to mention is that our dear friend Bryce Kingman, B. Kingman.
Yes.
Yeah. They have
B. Kingman in Discord.
Him and his wife Melody, who we know, she's amazing, had a kid.
A baby.
So
not a kid, a baby.
They had a baby.
It didn't come out as a kid. It came out as a baby.
Yeah.
Like everyone else's newborns.
The what is her name? Cassidy? Is it? It's like a really cool name with his last name. It's like Cassidy Kingman. It's like the coolest. His wife is like a really real deal musician too. She's like a pro.
She's great.
Classical guitarist. That's like the coolest name for a kid ever. That kid's gonna be like super cool, like classical guitar, like musician person. Yeah. Bryce, if you're listening, I think that you accidentally just created a jazz musician with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go wish B. Kingman in our Discord. Congratulations if you haven't already seen the news.
He posted it in Hobby Progress, fittingly.
Yeah. Work in progress.
So we're awesome. Meg, did we do everything? Is there anything else? There's so much to.
There was a lot today, and I think we did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did it.
So
that's it. Awesome. We can just call it. Folks, as we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and always be creating.
Bye.
Bye, guys.